Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new patch for Marvel Heroes, this one being 1.17. We have some really exciting developments, including a rehashed and rebuffed version of an event that we had a while ago, but arguably the most exciting thing is the release of the Advance Pack 2. So the Advance Pack, or the first Advance Pack, was essentially you could purchase all 12 characters that were going to be released in a year's time and buy them well ahead and do it at a fairly deep discount. And the Advance Pack 2 is the exact same thing, where you buy all 12 characters, 10 of which have been announced officially as to who they're going to be, 2 of which are still secret, but the idea being that you pay less money up front to get the same amount, and even more if you get the Deluxe Pack, which includes more boosts, you get additional costumes for everybody, and you also get an additional Magneto and an additional Spider-Man costume as well. So other than the ones that are pictured here, we're also going to be seeing Iceman, we're going to be seeing Black Cat, we're going to be seeing Vision, and then the 7 heroes that are pictured here are War Machine, Kitty Pryde, Doctor Doom, Winter Soldier, Iron Fist, Blade, and She-Hulk. Now obviously that's only 10, but again, 2 of them are still secret. There's a good amount of speculation as to who they're going to be. I'm not going to get into that. In addition, if you also get the Deluxe Pack, you will receive X-23 when she is released as well as a sort of bonus. When the first Advance Pack came out, Ghost Rider was given as a similar bonus. So essentially, that's some of the biggest news. The other news is now we've got a new week event, which is the Operation Omega. We have had this before, but it's back again, and it was promised to come back, which is very nice. So down here we've got Agent Dum Dum Dugan from S.H.I.E.L.D. and he will take the S.H.I.E.L.D. Omega files. So you can see here I don't have too many left, I've only got 60, but the big prize from him is the Agent Coulson team up, which is pretty cool. And then we've got ghost boxes which contain all sorts of random who knows what. Okay, so getting Omega files is fairly simple. You do shared quests to get Omega files, and you can also do the daily sort of preparatory mission from Agent Coulson himself right here. And basically you go into the holosim and you do 5 waves within the holosim, and then he'll give you, I think it's 100, or no, it might be 60 Omega access files, and essentially you can get a total of 100 a day between doing the holosim with Agent Coulson and then doing whatever it is that the shared quests of the day happen to be. So though that's the big new event, well, it's not really new, but that is the event for this week. There are also some other additions, just like last week. Black Widow got some good quality of life stuff. Rogue got one of her powers tuned because it was way over-tuned, and I believe it's called the Accursed Beam. It's been a while since I looked at her. But there are a couple of other really cool things that were added. First off, we are back in beta testing for the Muspelheim Raid, but now we actually have the Red Edition, which means that you can see here, extreme difficulty with improved loot versus the normal difficulty with standard loot. And the Red will actually be giving the Hearts of Demon Fire, which will allow upgrades of the item grade 66 items up to item grade 69. Once you get enough of those. So pretty exciting. Essentially it's said in the patch notes that these will be the most extreme and most difficult encounters in the entire game. So make certain that you know what you're doing and you're with a good group before you try to do these red raids. Other than that, there's another pretty nice thing that's particularly geared towards new players. I'll swap over to Captain America to show you. For those of you who haven't done it in a while, I know I haven't, but the prologue has gotten a bit of an upgrade, and essentially, and that was an interesting little bug there since I was on the Muspelheim raid, but either way, if you go to the Queen's entrance now, and you are a new player, then essentially what's going to happen, you're going to get the intro cinematic with Owatu, the Watcher, before you even select your character. And then after you select your character, you actually get a motion comic now instead of, because I already played it with him. So here, I'll go back and I'll switch over to, what's it called? The heroic difficulty, so that you guys can see it. Just very briefly, I'm not going to show the entire thing, but suffice it to say, it's a much better introduction for the game, especially for new players, simply so that they can, there we go. So now you can sort of see the setup for this whole bank robbery thing, instead of just being dropped into the middle of who knows what, and basically told, go ahead and get stuff done. Right? So I think it's also pretty interesting that this comes in on the back of Black Cat being announced as one of the upcoming heroes, since she is sort of the star villain, quote-unquote, of this particular portion. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over this. But again, suffice it to say, there you go. That's what we're going to be seeing now, or at least new people will be seeing, which I think is going to be very helpful compared to just being dropped in and trying to figure out what to do by yourself. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot going on. Like I said, there are some tunings for items as well. A few artifacts got buffed. There was the Rogue and the Black Widow upgrades, and in addition to that, there's plenty of hype along the way. We have the achievements still coming sometime this calendar year, and our first 3 villains, which are going to be Magneto, Juggernaut, and Venom, all on par, or not really on par, but sort of on schedule to be released before the end of calendar year 2014. And in addition, we're also going to be seeing the new patrol zone, which is going to be the Brooklyn Patrol, as it's called right now. And there's also going to be the Danger Room, which is sort of the replacement for the Endless Dungeon. And it's essentially just going to be exactly that, but it's the Danger Room setting rather than a classic style dungeon. But either way, lots of hype, plenty of cool stuff to do. Decent event. One thing to note is that there are going to be buffs, and it starts off with 24% today, and every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time, it's going to go up. And it goes up and up and up by 24% additionally each day, which is very exciting, and these also stack with buffs and boosts that you already have. So essentially you'll get better stuff and faster experience towards the end of the week. But either way, I'm going to get going. You all have a great time. Go find those uniques and have a wonderful time playing. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
It's as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my